Hello, it's October 11th, 2024, and I'm up here today. I apologize for being so late. It's been a very busy, interesting week. For those of you that don't live in the United States, they had a massive storm here not too long ago, and a lot of lives were lost, and a lot of places were devastated, and it took about 11 days for us to find our family and friends that are scattered. I mean, we had people in Florida, we have people in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Ohio, that were all affected by the storm. And I praise God that we were able to connect with each one of them. We found out that my cousins who live in North Carolina, no, they live in South Carolina, Western South Carolina, and they're living kind of all together right now because one of them, their house was swept away in the flood, and it was just a lot of devastation that just recently happened. So it's been busy, to say the very least. I put my mom in a assistant living here just recently, and I feel like it's going okay. She does not, but she remembers that she doesn't like it for 5 minutes and then she forgets. So there is what it is. Yesterday we were blessed with northern lights. Northern lights don't normally make it this low. They're normally northern for a reason, and we're not anywhere near northern. So that was really pretty last night. My husband took me outside so I could see it, but we're just tired, and I'm tired. Got a lot of things going on. The dogs are acting kind of strange today. I don't know if it has anything to do with the northern lights, and it's just been an interesting day. So the dog that you see on my screen right now, this is Pepper. This is Brian's puppy dog, and I know I've said before that his wife Anna Lynn and Pepper come to live with us, and it's wonderful having them here. Whatever those northern lights or whatever it was that brought the craziness, Pepper's been shaking all day long. She's actually not shaking right now. She's up against her support animal, and support animal has also been shaking today. So he is laying on me as well, and both of them are quiet, and we've got anxiety music playing right now so that the two of them would just settle. But I'm going to try to show you a picture of this one. This is Obi. Where is he? He's right there. This is Obi. And again, he's been shaking as well. Oh, you're okay, baby. I see you. I see you. You're okay. It's okay. Wait a minute. I need my video. Hello. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's okay, baby. Shh. Okay. It's okay. So we're moving, and it's just been an interesting day. Like I said, I don't know if it's because of the northern lights. I don't know if it's because of the craziness that's been going on here. I'm not really sure what's going on right now, but we're finally all calmed down, and this is a good thing because we need to be calmed down. I appreciate all your prayers, prayers for all the states that have been impacted. If you're part of that impact, my heart goes out to you, and I'm praying for you as well. For those that live in Florida, like I said, we have family in Florida, and they let me know yesterday afternoon that they were okay after Milton, and I had been praying all day, so I appreciate that. Stress has been very high. I generally don't stress and get depressed like most people, but there are days that I do stress, and I get very grumpy when I get stressed, and I'm very, very tired, and I don't sleep at all. So but it only lasts for a little while, and then it's all gone. But I have been struggling with that, so I'm sure y'all struggle with that too. And I was looking up some verses for that. I forgot the affirmations. I'm so sorry. I was telling Pepper the affirmations earlier before we got up on the video. And I was telling her she was beautiful and she's awesome. So you are awesome. You are beautiful. You are amazing. She's waking up. You are okay. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are predestined. You are unique. Just say these things to yourself every day. Say them to your friends. Say them to your family. If you work in medical, say them to your patients. Knowing that somebody loves you, knowing that somebody thinks that you're awesome, brings a lot out of people. Even if they're not Christians, they can still think, wow, somebody still loves me. Somebody thinks I'm awesome. Go up to Mojo in the store or something and say, hey, just want to let you know that you're awesome today. Say something like that, and people's faces light up, because it's something good. It's something I loved to tell my kids when I taught, because I wanted them to know that they were awesome and that they were amazing and that they can do this if they try. I tell my mom that too. I looked at her yesterday and I said, you know what, you're just awesome. It's okay. What's going on now? Okay. But anyway, so I'm going to attempt to read the verses that I have. So I've been going through, like I said, I've been going through a little stressful time. I've been stressed with just a lot of things. This Grief Share program is it's not to be taken lightly. I guess we went through regrets and things like that, and I was really frustrated and angry about something that had happened when my dad died. It had nothing to do with Brian, and I just almost like in my head I can see myself running away from it, but my dad killed himself. He drank himself to death, and I have so many times thought about if I just visited him the day before, would he have still done that? If I had told him more times that I loved him, that I accepted him, would he have done that? I don't know if he would have or not. But it was the past. That's what I've got to understand. I've got to grasp that. It was the past. And I can't keep running away from it. I can't keep regretting it. I have to let it go. So my journey this week was to figure out how to let that go. And I was doing my devotions the other day. And I'm going to try to put my glasses on. Last time I dropped them without somebody waking up. But I was doing my devotions, and the first one that came was 2 Corinthians 12:9, and it says, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. And I thought, his grace, God's grace, is sufficient for me, regardless of whether I regret, regardless of whether I hold on to something that I probably couldn't have changed. I know my dad had a lot of demons in the closet. I know he suffered with a lot of things. He told us often he didn't want to live. If he hadn't died that day, maybe he would have died another day. Or done the way. I like how my sister-in-law put it, she felt like even if Brian hadn't died because he was in a car accident, who's to say that he wouldn't have died another way? Because it was his time to go. It was my dad's time to go too. So I had to accept that. That was very hard, but I had to accept it. It was my dad's time to go. And maybe it might not have looked like it did. But I should be thankful that I believe that he's in heaven. I know a lot of people say that people who commit suicide don't go to heaven. You can believe what you wish. I believe that my dad's in heaven. I believe that he became a Christian right before he passed away. He told us about it. He talked about it all the time. And I believe that he's up there. But I don't believe that that's what we're supposed to do. I don't believe that we're supposed to commit suicide or try to drink ourselves to death or smoke enough, do drugs to kill ourselves. I don't believe that's the way to go. I believe what we need to do is we need to live for Christ in every way that we can. And I believe that that God's grace is sufficient for us. In our weakness, he is strong. I mean, he's the one that will help us through. I talked to one of my editors today, and I emailed her, and she emailed me back and said that the first part of my first story is completely done. The editing, the book cover, it's all finished. We're waiting for the second part to get finished. Evidently, there's 12 different editors looking out for it. And then the second book is in. And when the books come out, you'll see where I found out that God does help in time of weakness. It was through his power and his strength that I was able to forgive people. It was through his power and his strength that I was able to make it out. And then I make a blog. It's through his power and his strength that, not every day do I look 100%. Not every day can I walk from here to the mailbox. But there are some days that I can and I have great ability to do. Yesterday I walked 5,000 steps. That's a lot of steps for me. Making it to 1,000 a lot of times is very difficult. Monday I made it to 200. So my husband said, well, maybe yesterday was just making up for the days that you make it low. Maybe so. But God gives me that strength because I'm weak. My body is weak. There's many days that I wake up and I'm like, okay, God, it's time to go. I feel horrible right now. But God gives me strength. He's the one that gives me strength. And that's what I've got to hold on to. I've got to hold on to that strength. I'm no longer allowed to drink. Don't get me wrong. There has been many days that I think, man, I just wish I had a whiskey. But I can't do it. And I don't believe that you're not a Christian if you don't do drink. You just need to be careful if you are a recovering alcoholic, like myself. But I don't get the privilege anymore of even tasting it. And it's not because of my somebody's head shaking. It's not because of my alcoholism or anything like that. It's just the fact that with my brain surgery, I'm not allowed to have any alcohol anymore. So it's kind of sad and so sometimes I want to taste it. I can't. But that's okay. God knows that that's a weakness, and he'll sustain me no matter what. Another verse that I found and I will read it in just a minute. Let me get her calmed back down. Okay, you're okay. Oh, where are we going? We're going to go up against my video again. You're okay. Yep, you're okay. There we go. All right, here we go. We're going to try this. Let's see if this works. So the other verse that I found was 1 Corinthians 14:33, and I'm only going to read A. It says, "For God is a God of..." It's a God of peace. Oh, that's what it is. "For God is not a God of disorder, but of peace." That's what it says. So, anytime that I feel like, or you feel like, or, we feel that life is in complete, utter chaos, that's us. That's what Satan does to us. I believe that this storm that hit St. Helene, sorry. I believe that the storm, Hurricane Helene, I believe that that was a storm that was given by Satan. I don't believe that God orchestrated that storm. I believe that all the devastation that happened, I believe that God can work through it. I see people, many people on my Facebook that are saying, praise God, at least I have my life. People that have no homes. There's a Christian camp, I guess, in Asheville that lost everything. Their house was destroyed. The camp itself was destroyed. Hopefully nobody was in the trailers that, like driving trailers that were in the river, but they were showing it, and they were in a circle, and they were praising God. Praising God that God was awesome in the midst of their troubles. And I was just sitting there thinking, I'm in chaos right now because of everything else that's going on with my mind, with just life and in general. And here they are. They have nothing. Everything has been wiped off. It doesn't even look like a city anymore. And they're praising God. And I see a lot of that. And that's awesome. That is awesome. They have no idea how that makes people feel. I just think it's awesome. And I see other people. I saw another picture where a town was utterly destroyed. I don't know if it was Kentucky or in North Carolina, South Carolina, but people were raising their hands and they were praising God and they were singing praises to God. That's awesome. That's really awesome. And how people can come out of these storms like that, it's amazing. And I think it's awesome. But they have found something that I have found. That God, the God of peace, the God who's gracious, God is sufficient, that His love is sufficient, that His grace is sufficient, that He is strong when we are weak. And I look at that and I think, wow, it's not just in my life. It's not just in people, your life. It's in people who just lost their entire life, not their lives, but their livelihoods. They've lost memories. They've lost houses. There's mudslides going on. There's ravishing winds, and so many things are happening. But God is showing His strength. God is showing His grace. God is showing how awesome He is, despite what's going on, despite the chaos that's going on. Just like, I'm not God. Don't think this is what I'm trying to do. But I finally got Two Dog calmed down. That was hard enough today. I've been here by myself for 3 hours. And about 3 of those hours has been how long it's taken me to get both of them to stop shaking. And I don't know what chaos is going on in their mind. I have no idea, but I finally got them to stop shaking. And I guess I can symbolize that as, that's God, you know? How long does it take for us to stop shaking? How long did it take for them, for the people of the storm, to stop and realize that God is still in control? And maybe it took a few seconds because they automatically knew. I don't know. But I do know that my God is sufficient. I do know that my God is a God of peace. And that makes all the difference in the world.